around my size or a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, or whatever, you're gonna definitely want to make sure you're subscribed, because I have so many little giveaways planned very soon to come. Clothes and shoes and little accessories, so much stuff that I'm giving away. And yeah, if you want a chance to win any of that stuff, you have to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and make sure that you watch so you can see when those giveaways happen. I will have giveaways for people of all shapes and sizes, just like anybody, but especially for my ladies who are my size. You're gonna really like what's gonna come in the future. Okay, so thank you. Hey guys, what's up? So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about the #1 question that I get asked, and quite honestly the only question that I ever get asked on Facebook and Instagram, and that is how I lost 130 pounds. As you guys know, in the past year and a half, I have lost 130 pounds, but I've never really shared like how I did it, what steps I took to get there. So I'm gonna be talking all about that with you guys. Like, did I get weight loss surgery? Am I on keto? Am I vegan? Like, what is it that I've been doing and how did I do it? Also in this video, I am going to reveal for the first time my weight. I have never revealed on Instagram or on Facebook or anywhere the weight that I started at, nor have I ever revealed my current weight. So that is what I'm going to be revealing for you guys today as well. And I'm also going to be showing you my body as it currently is, and I'll probably sneak in a little before pictures too, so you can see it before and after as well. So yes, you guys, stay tuned, and that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to try to keep this video as concise as I can. I don't want it to be too long, so I'll try to avoid getting into super deep details, like the reasons why I started and I'll say that for another video. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that this video is completely coming from my perspective, from my view, from the way that I did it. It's all me and my opinion. I'm not like advising you on what you should do. I'm not like putting information out there. I'm just all talking from my own point of view. So if I say something you don't agree with, don't come for me, because this is me, right? This is not you, this is me. Okay, so losing weight. Weight loss and losing weight is never gonna happen for anybody until they are ready for it to happen. You know, how often, I'm pretty sure some of the guys that are viewing are overweight and wanting to lose weight yourselves. How often are we told, like, you know, by other people, hey, you know, you should really like watch what you're eating. Oh, hey, are you sure you should be eating that? Oh, hey, you should like come with me, come get some exercise. People are always, people are always bombarding us with their advice and their 2 cents, and what happens? We hear it and it goes in one ear and it goes out the other, because while we know that it's true, we're not really ready to actually commit and do anything about it. We're not actually ready to make that change happen, and we know it. We want to do it, but we're not ready to do it, and that's why we don't do it. So for years, that's always been the story with me. I have been overweight my entire life since I was like 5 years old onward. I am 26 years old now. I have been overweight, obese, morbidly obese for my entire life. So I know it well. And it takes to the point of not even being sick and tired, because we're all sick and tired of our bad habits, but you have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's what happened to me. I just got to a point where I knew that something had to change. You know, I'm getting older now. I'm 26. Before I know, I'm gonna be 30. I have always felt that I just have wasted my youth. So many things that I wanted to do, so many things that I wanted to experience that I didn't do and that I didn't experience because of my weight, for whatever reasons those were. I know there are a lot of people who don't let their weight hold them back, but that wasn't the case for me. I did let my weight hold me back, and I didn't want it to continue to hold me back. I want to have a family one day and have children one day, and I want to do so many things before that happens. And it's just those things were just never going to happen if I didn't do something about it. So I reached that point of being like, enough is enough. I'm sick of my own shit. So what am I gonna do about it? Let me go ahead and put it out there. No, I did not get weight loss surgery. I don't have a gastric sleeve. I didn't get bypass. I didn't get any of that. Although it was offered to me, my doctor did offer it. She told me that I should get it, but I said no. And I'm gonna tell you why I said no later on. But no, I did not get weight loss surgery. I am not paleo, I am not keto, I am not vegan, I am not vegetarian, I am not on any of these like fad diets or whatever this, I don't know, I'm not any of that. I don't do it. I did it the plain, simple grind way, which is eat less, exercise more. I know people don't like to hear that. People ask me all the time, like, how do I lose weight? And when I tell them, oh yeah, I just eat less and I exercise more in a more detailed way, they don't want to hear anymore after that. Like, nobody wants to hear that they have to exercise and I have to eat less. For some reason, people think that there's this like magic diet pill or this magic whatever, and I somehow discovered it and I'm holding it all to myself, and they want to know what it is. And that's basically just it. But I'm gonna tell you how I started and what I did to get to the point where I'm at. My weight loss journey started back in March of 2018. It is now, as of today, August the 15th, 2019. I'm not exactly sure when this video will go up, but today's date, as I'm recording this, is August 15th. And I started back in May of 2018. So, I am fortunate enough to live in a building that has a gym. I have a gym in my building, and it's a 24-hour gym. And I've lived in this building for years, but I have never, not once, ever stepped foot in that gym or utilized that gym in any way, shape, or form. When I knew that I was ready to lose weight, I didn't know anything about weight loss. I didn't know anything about fitness or exercising or calorie counting or calorie deficits. I had never even heard of a calorie deficit before. And this word that kept floating around, lifestyle change, lifestyle change, lifestyle change. And I'm like, what is this? What are these people talking about? I didn't know anything about anything. All I knew was that I wanted to lose weight. And I say to anyone who wants to start somewhere and doesn't know where to start, you don't need to know any information. You don't need to know anything other than the fact that you want to lose weight. You want to change. That's the only information that you need to start off with. That's the only information that I started off with. I didn't have a chef cooking me healthy meals. I didn't have a personal trainer working me out. I didn't have anything like that. It was just me, myself, and I, and whatever information I found on YouTube and the internet. So when I decided that I was ready, I went and I purchased a bunch of workout clothes from Torrid. Shout out Torrid. And they kind of just like stayed in my closet for a bit, because I was, even though I knew I was ready, I was still putting it off. So I guess I wasn't all that ready. I kept being like, oh yeah, tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow. Oh yeah, not today though, because this. Oh, I'll start next week. I'll start whatever. Excuses. Okay. One night, in fact, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And you know how at like weird times you'll get like a sudden burst of energy? That's what happened to me, just out of nowhere. I just had a sudden burst of energy, and I was like, ooh, I'm so energized and I need to do something about this. I need to get this out of me. So I got it, and it was kind of just like a sign telling me that it's time. You have this energy, go in there and do something about it. So I put on my gym clothes. Even though it was 1 a.m., I was very glad and happy that it was 1 a.m. because I already knew that I would never ever go into the gym during the daytime. That was just something that was outside of the realm of possibility for me. I did not want to be one of those people who walked into the gym and got stared at and got laughed at and got pointed at and got recorded, because even though it's messed up, it happens. People are fucking assholes like that. Even when you're trying to better yourself, they'll look at you and they'll be like, what you think you're trying to do? Ha 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 ha, nice try. I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want anybody's eyes on me. I didn't want anybody's judgments on me. So I made the decision that I would only go at nighttime when there was nobody around. So that's what happened the first night. I went down to the gym. There was nobody in there, and I was so pleased about that. And that was the first night that I ever got on a treadmill in my entire life. I'm about to get started. Just so you know. I got on the treadmill. I didn't do it at any incline or anything, just a regular flat surface. I didn't do it at a high speed. I believe the speed that I started off was like 1.4 miles per hour, very slow, like not even a leisurely pace, like less than leisurely pace. And it took me like a whole 45 minutes to get through that mile. And the whole way through I was just like huffing and puffing, heaving, my chest was burning. It was a mess, but I did it. I did it. I got that mile in and I completed it. As painful as it was and as hard as it was, I did it. And every day for that month, I came back to that gym and I did my 1 mile every single day, every single night. And that's the way that it started for me. I didn't start off by changing the way that I ate. I didn't start off by doing anything drastic. I literally started by just walking 1 mile a day. That's all I did. But then eventually, you know, your body adjusts and it gets accustomed to this 1 mile and it becomes easier. As you do things become easier. And I was ready to step it up and do more. That is when I was ready to start changing the way that I eat. Now, I have always felt, for me personally, that when you start working out, you naturally want to eat better, or you naturally start eating better, because it is like, who wants to go into the gym? You put in all this hard work, you're like hurting, you're like not sleeping, and you're doing this and you're doing that, you're dying in that damn gym, and you just gonna come up and stuff your face with donuts after? No. So you naturally want to let those results from the gym carry over into the kitchen, and that's what I wanted. So I started doing research about nutrition. I started reading about calories and macros, you know, your proteins, your fats, your carbs, all of that. I had no idea how those things interacted. I had no idea how much my body needed. And the mistake that I made in the beginning was that I oversaturated myself with information, and I was so confused. I didn't know what to do, because it was just me. I didn't have anybody to ask for advice, and I didn't have anybody to, like, you know, guide me. So it was just me. And in the beginning, when I started changing the way I ate, I did it really unhealthily. I had been watching my guilty pleasure show, My 600 Pound Life. You guys know that show. Oh, I love that show. And on the show, Dr. Now always gives the patients a diet of like 1,200 calories a day. And I was like, well, this is it. This must be for me, right? 1,200 calories a day. Not taking into account that this is a diet for people who are only gonna eat that way for like 1 or 2 months, just so that they can lose enough weight to get weight loss surgery. I was not getting weight loss surgery. Like I said before, it was offered to me, and I'm gonna tell you why I didn't get it. For me, when it comes to food, it's all, in my opinion, it's all about willpower. And getting surgery for me meant that I don't have enough control over my own body to stop myself from overeating. I don't have enough control to say, no, stop, you don't need this, you don't even want this. Like, it's all about willpower and control to me. And I felt like I had enough willpower to control my eating. I felt like I didn't need the surgery, because what I realized along the way was that I don't have an eating disorder. I'm not a binge eater. I don't eat past the point of being full and just eat and eat and eat and have this overwhelming desire to just consume copious amounts of food. That wasn't my issue. I wasn't a binge eater. My issue was I ate super unhealthily, and I was lazy as hell. I didn't do any physical activity at all. So keeping in mind that my issue isn't that I eat a ton of food, it's that I eat really unhealthy food. So I kind of got scared of food in the beginning, and I kind of got scared of calories in the beginning, and people being obnoxious in New York City, what else is new? So I convinced myself that 1,200 calories was the way to go, and that was the only way to go, and that's what I did in the beginning. For like 2 months, I think I ate at 1,200 calories a day. And if I went even 50 calories over 1,200, I would beat myself up about it. I would be like upset about it. I would be mad about it and upset with myself, and it was just really unhealthy. I became obsessed with food. I was trying to break the cycle of attachment that I had to food, but I became obsessed with it and obsessed with every little thing that I was putting in my mouth and obsessed with the calories. I had downloaded my MyFitnessPal, which I highly recommend. I had downloaded my MyFitnessPal and I was logging everything, and it was obsessive. It was obsessive. I was eating on a diet when I should have been eating on a lifestyle change, that buzzword that I kept hearing. And basically what a lifestyle change is a diet is short term. A diet is temporary. This is the way that you eat for a month when you're trying to fit into a dress for your sister's wedding or some shit like that, right? A lifestyle change, you have to behave and eat in ways that you can sustain for a lifetime. There's no way I was gonna sustain 1,200 calories for a lifetime. And on top of that, eating at 1,200 calories a day was having a negative effect on my body. Even though the weight was melting off of me, like those first couple of months, whoa, the weight just melted off of me. I barely had to do anything, right? But even though that was happening, I was having adverse effects. I was having a huge issue with going to the bathroom. It was extremely hard for me to have a bowel movement. It was rare. And then when it did happen, it was extremely hard, like literally like difficult to do, and it was painful. And I didn't understand why, but it was because I wasn't getting enough nutrients from the food that I was eating. I wasn't getting enough fiber. I wasn't getting enough anything. And that's when I really started educating myself about nutrition. I got to a point where I wasn't afraid of food. I'm not afraid of food. I'm not afraid of carbs. Carbs don't scare me. I love carbs. I don't deprive my body of it at all. Well, eventually I started upping my calories, right? I started slowly upping them, and I thought that by upping them, I wasn't gonna lose any more weight. I was like terrified. And I was shocked when I realized that even though I was eating more, I was still losing the exact same amount of weight. My weight loss hadn't stalled at all. In fact, I was probably even losing a little bit more weight because my metabolism finally got a boost. It finally got my body finally got the nutrients that it's been wanting. I will never claim to be a healthy eater. I will just say that I make healthier decisions. Like, I will still go to Popeyes and eat my Popeyes. I will still go to KFC. I will still go out. Like, I don't deprive myself of things that I want. If I really want it, then I'm gonna find a way to have it. When it comes to food eating, you can make like easy shortcuts, easy things that make a big impact, like salad dressing. Instead of eating regular salad dressing, I go for fat-free dressing. Does it taste a little bit different in the beginning? Yeah, but now I really can't tell the difference. So I changed from regular dressing to fat-free dressing. I went from like 2% milk to like skim milk. I went from regular fat to reduced fat or no sugar added. You would be shocked how many calories you saved by eating things that are like no sugar added or reduced fat or what have you. And these are just easy changes to make. Like, they don't require any effort on your part. They come already like that. You just buy it that way. Now that I have my eating under control and I was doing cardio, I had done more research, and I was always afraid of weightlifting. I was always afraid of weights. I didn't want to be like all muscly and strong and like manly and what have you. And I think a lot of women are afraid of weightlifting specifically for that reason, because we don't want to look too masculine. But like the chances of that happening are very slim to none anyway. For us to get like masculine looking, we would have to go like super hardcore with the weight training. I learned that the way that you lose weight affects the overall way that your body looks after you're done losing weight. For instance, you could eat whatever you want calorie wise, because the basis, like at the most basic part of weight loss, it's calories in, calories out. You need to burn more calories than you're consuming. So technically you can eat whatever you want and still lose weight, but it's going to change the way that my body is going to look. Like, when you're eating lean food versus when you're eating super fatty food, it's going to have an overall effect on the way that your body turns out in the end. Which is also a reason why I didn't want to get weight loss surgery, because the weight just comes off so rapidly, and I'm gonna have loose skin regardless because I'm, you know, of my weight. But I just felt like I was just gonna have too much loose skin if I did weight loss surgery, because the weight was gonna come off way too fast. But anyways, getting back to weightlifting, I can't build muscle because I'm in a calorie deficit. You need to be in a calorie surplus to build muscle. But I can build strength, and I can build like lean muscle. And that lean muscle is going to help sculpt my body and shape my body. Yeah, as I was saying, so that's why my body for my height and weight might look different than another person of the same height and weight because of the way that everything is distributed in my muscle mass. I started doing weightlifting. I started off, I didn't know anything about lifting weights. I didn't know anything about the weight room. I didn't know anything at all. All I knew was that I wanted to do it, so I did do it. I made it, even though I don't want to be here. When it comes to weightlifting, your form is everything. If you don't have the correct form, if you're cheating yourself out of the workout. So in that case, I had to look up on YouTube, I had to look up on Instagram, like these fitness people, and I had to see how they're doing these exercises, what controller they're using, and exactly the way that I should be doing it. And that's how I learned how to, you know, do my form is still not perfect. Like, I still have so much to learn, but that is how I initially started off and learned how to do like little things. And I'll tell you, like, the way that I work out now, after losing 130 pounds, work out about 5 times a week. It could be less. Sometimes I don't work out at all for the week. It just depends. But if I'm on track and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, then I'd be working out 5 times a week. I do cardio first and foremost. I am no longer afraid to go to the gym in the daytime. I have no problem doing cardio in the daytime. I will only do weight training at night though, because the weight training room in my gym is really small and I don't like to be in there with all the dudes and like waiting on machines. I'm not comfortable with this, so I still do weight training only at night. So for cardio, I don't do any ridiculous cardio. I see some people who do like an hour of cardio or 2 hours of cardio. That's ridiculous to me. I only do 35 minutes of cardio. That's all I do. I will either do the treadmill, which I can't still. I'm not at a point where I can actually run or jog yet. So I'll do the treadmill on the incline for 35 minutes, or I'll do the bike for 35 minutes, or I climb. We don't have a Stairmaster in my gym, so I'll climb every single flight of stairs in my building. There are about 44, 45 flights of stairs in my building. I'll climb every single one of them. I can do the rowing machine. You know, just switch it up, but I only do 35 minutes of cardio. I don't do an excessive amount of cardio because to me, it's kind of pointless and I don't want to deteriorate the little lean muscle mass that I have. And I do weight training as well. So I have an arm day, I have a back and chest day, I have newly added a glute day, which I just did for the first time the other day. I do a core day for my, you know, stomach, and I do a leg day. So I have 5 separate days for weight training. Like I said, I'm not trying to advise you guys, but here's a little bit of advice. When you're doing this this like lifestyle change, you need to eat food that you actually enjoy, that actually tastes good to you. Because if you don't enjoy the way you're eating, you're not gonna stick to it. There are so many things that I should be eating that I don't eat, or that I should switch up that I don't. Like I told you, it's easy for me to switch from full fat dressing to fat-free dressing, or from whole milk to skim milk, or from regular fat to reduced fat, but there are certain changes that I just will not make. I tried so freaking hard to get into brown rice. It did not happen for me. It will not ever happen for me. I don't like brown rice, and therefore I will not eat brown rice. I still eat white rice because I enjoy white rice. I love ground beef. I tried to switch from ground beef to turkey, like ground turkey. I don't like it. It doesn't taste good to me. I don't like the texture, so I don't do it. What do I do instead? I just eat really, really lean ground beef. Sorry, this is New York and people are acting up. Anyways, so as far as calories go, I eat between 1,400 to 1,800 or up to 2,000 calories a day, depending. Because I do weight training, I try to eat as much protein as possible because I want to retain as much muscle mass as I possibly can. I don't want my muscles to deteriorate. I don't want them to break down. So I try to eat as much protein as I can. I am not afraid of carbs at all. They give me that extra boost of energy that I need to do my weight training. They keep me feeling energized and they keep me feeling good. Like I can do it, I can go. So like, I'm not keto. I love carbs. I try to eat low to moderate fat, and I try to get as much fiber as I possibly can, because you know, back when I was eating 1200, I had that like issue with the bathroom, but now that I'm eating more fiber and nutrients, I don't have that issue anymore. I'm more regular than I ever been. TMI, but whatever. So yeah, that's basically how I lost the weight. I started off baby steps, just slowly going to the gym, and then increasing the effort that I put into the gym, because as you get smaller, the more you can do, and slowly changing the way that I eat, messing up along the way, but learning a bunch of things and correcting it, and that is the path that I am on now. So now we have reached the point of the video where I share with you guys my starting weight and my current weight. I have not told this. The only people who know about this, there's only 2 people who know about my weight. My 2 best friends. And my mother doesn't know, my family doesn't know, nobody knows how much I weighed before and how much I weigh now. So to start off, I am 5'11". I am a tall girl, I'm a very tall girl. So keep in mind that the weight on me is from my frame, and it's not gonna look the same way as on somebody else's who is taller or shorter than me. So at the height of my weight, the highest that I know that I ever weighed was 425 pounds. Yes, I was 425 pounds at 5'11". Today, August 15th, I weighed myself, and I will also insert some pictures of the weigh-in. Today, I am 294 pounds. 93. So yeah, I'm still basically almost 300 pounds. Even though I imagine losing 130 pounds and still being damn near 300 pounds, that's me. But yeah, I'm going to insert some pictures of how I looked like before so you can see. And then I'm going to stand up for you guys and show you what I look like now. So that's the way I looked, and I'm gonna show you guys my body now. And yeah, so keep in mind, I'm a very tall girl. So 294 on my frame is not gonna be the same as 294 on your frame. Some people tell me that I look smaller than what I actually weigh, and it's just because I'm tall. So this is me on the side. These glute exercises are working, honey. In the back. On the side again. Let's see. That is how my body looks. Okay, I'll do some up close. So yes, 5'11" and 294. Again, the date of today is August the 15th. I don't know what day I'll be putting it up, but so my weight can either be a little bit higher or a little bit lower by the time that this video is going up. Hopefully lower. So that is how I lost 130 pounds, and I am still on this journey, very much so. I'm not done. My overall goal weight is to weigh 175, so I still have like 125 pounds left to go. And does that number scare me? Is it daunting? Not really, because I've already lost 130 pounds, and it was hard work. It wasn't easy. I sacrificed so much. I put in so much freaking work into the gym. I didn't just wake up 130 pounds less. It took me a full year and a half to get to the point of where I'm at. So many nights where I go to the gym at 2:30 in the a.m. and 3 o'clock a.m. and I put in an hour and a half work in that weight room. Every single day I hit the cardio and I get on that treadmill or I climb those stairs or I get the bike, and it's not easy and it's not fun, but you do it and you get it done anyway, because what else choice did you have? I've already made it this far, and even though the journey is long still to go, if I stop now and I quit now, it won't make the journey any easier. And I'm so proud of myself for how far that I've come. I'm so proud of the way my body looks right now, and I just cannot imagine, like, I can't imagine me being 175. I can't imagine me being like a normal average sized human being, you know? It's just, it's a crazy thought, and it feels like I'm so close to that, and I don't want to stop and I don't want to give up, and I am really loving the way that my life is going right now. There's a lot of good things going on for me, and I'm gonna do more videos where I like tell you the things that are different from when I weighed 425 pounds to now, like when it comes to boys, when it comes to clothes, when it comes to the way people treat me. I'm gonna be sharing all that information with you guys in videos to come. My life is so different now, and I'm going to share that with you. Please like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to this channel, because I am still currently on this journey. This journey is not over for me. It's gonna be going on for at least another year or two or longer. I am not done. I'm only at my halfway point, and I still want you guys to be a part of it, and I still want you guys to like watch me, and I want to be an inspiration for you, and I want to succeed, and I want you guys to succeed with me. So please do subscribe. One thing I wanted to mention, ladies who are around my size or a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, or whatever, you're gonna definitely want to make sure you subscribe, because I have so many little giveaways planned very soon to come. Clothes and shoes and little accessories, so much stuff that I'm giving away. And yeah, if you want a chance to win any of that stuff, you have to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and make sure that you watch so you can see when those giveaways happen. I will have giveaways for people of all shapes and sizes, just like anybody, but especially for my ladies who are my size. You're gonna really like what's gonna come in the future. Okay, and please do follow my Instagram at Luna Lovely, which will be linked down below, because that is where I post all my progress pictures and all my before and after pictures. And yeah, talk to me, chat with me, ask me questions, do what you gotta do, and love me basically. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.